Hello guys, we are going to be doing So Simple, and this is another WordPress vulnerable machine, and this one works on VirtualBox, which is what we're going to be using. This one is a zipped file, so you have to download it. Then you have to go ahead and unzip that file and just import that into virtual machine like I showed you before. PHP is enabled, so that is great. So I do have it imported already, so I'm just going to start that real quick, and that should be getting an IP of 10.10.10.10.10.22 for me. And I'm also going to be creating a directory, and then I'm going to go into that directory. There we go, just so I can keep everything in here, making it a little bit better for me. So let me go ahead and see if I'm able to ping 10.10.10.22, see if it's up and running. 10.10.10.22. Looks like it's still booting up. Let me take a look. There we go. It looks like it's getting there. And now it is up and running. That is great. And also, if you see over here, it tells you what IP you got, 10.10.10.22. So that is great. Let me go ahead and put this lower. So this machine is actually in a WordPress. So if you go to 10.10.10.22, you need to go to the / of WordPress, because it's kind of hidden the way that they did it. They just put it in this directory of WordPress, and here it is, the site. Just by doing some recon on it, you can see that we have a user that is admin. We also have a comment in here. It's probably just the default comment, like always. Why so simple? Hello world. Really nothing to show in here. No comments. It's showing one, but I cannot see it for some reason. What else do we have in here? Powered by WordPress, of course. Do we have the WP admin in here? Yes, we do. Can we try admin and whatever? The password you enter for the username admin is incorrect, so there's an admin in here. And unknown username. So we know that it is telling us. So we can do basically some enumeration like this, right? If you want to throw a bunch of usernames in here, you can do that and see if you get a different. If it says that the username that you got the bad password for the username, then you know that you got the correct username. So basically, it just WordPress giving out a lot of information. What else can we do? If we do go to the source and you go to WordPress, so in here to see if we can see the version. So a lot of WordPress in here. API. We're here. It is WordPress 5.42. Right. You can take that and you can go to exploit DB, see if there's any exploits in here available. You actually want to search for the core, WordPress core 5.42. Anything for 5.4. How about 5? There's probably plenty for 5, but nothing for that 5.4. We got 5.8. So you can start doing some search over here. We have the crop image shell upload, but this one is for 5.00, which we don't have. Okay. So now after we do this passive enumeration, now we want to be aggressive, and we want to use the WP scan. And with WP scan, we're just going to enumerate the users real quick. And even if we just say that you just want to enumerate the users, it is going to be taking a look at the default stuff. So over here, it did find an author Max. So we have one over here. We have, of course, the default admin. And we have a couple of themes in here. 5.42, just like we found. README is available. XML RPC is enabled. Some headers, you can see that it is using Apache 2.4.41. And it didn't really find any plugins in here. But since we have that user, what we could do is we can do a password spread or brute force, right? If you specify the user max, and then the password, we want to use the user share wordless raw.q.txt. So we can start running this, and while we're running that, we could start doing some enumeration on the we could start just doing some enumeration on the plugins, but we want to wait and see if we get any hits for this password. So let's go ahead and just give it some time and see if we find anything. And this because if we find something for this user, if he finds a password for this user, and if this user is an admin, it's going to be an easy slam dunk, right? We can just go straight to the web page, log in with a password, and we can just upload our malicious plugin, or we can just add code to the themes, and from there we can get a shell and get access to the server, right? So that's why I want to do this way. So I'm just going to leave it for a couple minutes, not too long. I will on these machines I will max go like 10 minutes, maximum of just 10 minutes. And if it's taking too much time, then has to be another way to get into this machine. So let's go ahead and wait for this. So over here we got a combination. It took 1 minute. Open Sesame. So let's go ahead and try to log in with that user, and we are going to go to WP admin, and so we are going to use the username of Max. Open Sesame. Don't save the password, and are we in? So it's going to be a slam dunk. Nope. So you can see so far in here that we don't have any plugins. We cannot edit the themes or anything like that. So we won't be able to upload a malicious plugin, or we won't be able to do anything. We could post, but that's it. We can comment media. We could potentially add a media in here, but if the WordPress, if the uploads is not enabled, this is not going to work, right? Let me see. Yeah, the uploads directory is not enabled. Oh, is it? So it is enabled. So we can potentially try that. But in here, I saw that it did actually found some stuff. So you can see for the plugins, I thought earlier I didn't see anything, but we see now So Simple Cart Solution version 1.1.0.2. And we also got the social warfare over here. So let's go ahead and see if we can find anything on these plugins. So Simple Cart Solutions. And for this one, if we go do a search exploit and we search for WordPress, so Simple Cart, see if we get anything juicy. No results. What do you mean simple? Yeah, looks like I don't see anything for Simple Cart. So no hits. Let's go ahead and see social warfare. Copy this guy and see if we have anything juicy in here. Social warfare, nothing. So let me go ahead and remove this. Oops. Okay, so we got a remote code execution for 3.43 and under. That's what it means. On 3.4.3 and under, we have a remote code execution. So this might be it. And this one is, let's see what the version is, 3.5.0. So this one is, we're going to be able to get some remote execution. So here we have it, guys. All right, so what we can do is we can copy this guy over here, or let's see if we can do this. Let's just go ahead and go to the exploit DB so we can see more information. You guys going to be able to see it better. Social warfare, we can see it over here, published in 2019. And if you look at this, the vulnerable path is in the WP admin post. So it basically tells you right here where it is. So why don't we try to do this manually? And it looks like we need to do this as a text file. And the text file, okay, so doc type. Okay, so it looks like we need to make this into a text document, and then the text document is going to be executing the commands, right? The server commands. So let's go ahead and try to do this manually. We are going to copy this. I'm going to duplicate this tab. Okay, so in WordPress, if we go over here, so before we do anything, let's go ahead and clear this out. What I want to do is I want to do a Python module http.server. Want to listen on port 80. So let's see if we get any hits over here. So we want to go to http 10.10.10.5 so 10.10.10.5, and we can do like index.txt or whatever. So nothing found. See if we got any hits. Yep, we got any hits. So we got remote code execution. We get a 404 file not found, which is fine because that is what we wanted. All right. So now we have that. So what we could do now is we can create our payload. So nano payload.txt, and in here, what we're going to be doing is that we are going to be downloading our reverse shell, and then we are going to go to that reverse shell, and we should be able to execute it like that. So let's go ahead and do a pre. This is a text document pre, and then over here we can do system to execute commands in that system, and we can do like wget http, and we're going to go 10.10.10.5, which is my IP address, and we want to go to php shell.php, which is a PHP reverse shell. Okay, so let me make sure that this is right. Pre open and close wget system. So this should be good. All right, let me do a cat payload, make sure it's good. Yep, that should be good. So what it's going to do is we are going to upload this payload.txt. The payload.txt is then going to execute this command, which is to do a wget. Once again on my on this website that I'm running over here. So it's going to execute it once to get the payload.txt, and then that payload.txt is going to execute to download php-shell.php. So we need to create this one over here, which I believe it is. If we go into, or if you do a locate php shell, what is it called? php reverse shell. So let's go ahead and copy this guy right here. So we're going to copy it from here, and we're going to just call it php shell.php. All right, so now we're going to go to nano php shell.php, and we can just delete all of this because we don't need it. It's just a description, it's just comments. And my IP address needs to be in here, 10.10.10.5. the IP address of my Kali Linux machine. Then I'm going to open a new tab over here, and I'm going to be listening on port 8888, which is, I'm going to leave this as default. All right, so we got that over here. Now let's go ahead and start executing. So we go back over here and we go to payload.txt. No changes made. We go to my my website over here. You can see that it did get payload.txt, and then you can see that it executed. So it executed my payload.txt and downloaded php-shell.php show.php. Okay, so now we can get a reverse shell by going into WP admin because it downloaded my PHP shell.php, right? So if we go right here, move this guy over here, and go ahead and go to my reverse shell, press enter, and here we go. We got a reverse shell. ID, host name, ls, cd into here, ls, cd into home, and we have Max and Steven. If we go and cd into Max, we can see that personal.txt and user.txt, and that is it, guys. So we were able to exploit this social welfare plugin by getting a reverse shell. This is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching like always, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.